welcome to my video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to get more on exercise, nutrition, positive attitude, because my purpose in life is to energize you to be fit, healthy, happy, and free. Yes, with lots of joy. Joy. How do you get joy? From gratitude and from doing the right things and having the right habits when it comes to your health, to your fitness, to your wellness in general. And I decided to make a different video today in which I'm going to give you some keys and some ideas that may help you get exactly what you want in life in general, but especially when it comes to you having your best body, your best life. And yes, I work on that as a fit life coach. I like to help people, women and men, to achieve their best results with your best body, not somebody else's, but yours. With your best life, not somebody else's. No comparison here. And that's a very interesting topic that I talk about a lot on my podcast. So I also welcome you to subscribe. The link should be below. And I want you to, number one, start now. Start now, yes. Now is the power. Now is where the power lies. No more regretting about what we didn't do in the past, or like only futuristically thinking that we're going to do it later, when later never comes around. And we're here like mid-February right now, and most of us have fallen off the wagon, let's say, of our resolutions. I made very few, so far I'm on track. But it depends on you to have the discipline, to have the focus, and to actually do what you said you would do, which is integrity. But the power of now, as Eckhart Tolle explains better in his book, The Power of Now, is exactly where you are right now watching me, but also thinking, oh my gosh, yes, I got to do it now. Let me do something now. Maybe I can shake my hips. You know, maybe I'm sitting on a ball as well. That's a really, really good idea. Even if you're watching Netflix or YouTube videos, you know, find a way in order for you to be more mobile, okay? Because that's what it's really about. Fitness, as I studied for 27 years, is very specific to what we have to do with our body to have all these values that I'm going to talk about. So stay till the end, because I'm going to tell you how to design your week, okay? So that's going to be the bonus. How to design your week to be fit, to be your best, and you'll have more specifics on how to do just that. But mobility is the capacity to, you know, just move around and not have any kinds of pains, to be free from any of that, just feel really, really good, whatever you do. And you could do something right now. Right now could be just at the end of the video. It doesn't have to be exactly now, but why not? You could do something like a neck stretch, a little slower, of course. Okay, you could do something like shoulder circles, and, you know, get some blood pumping. Or maybe you could go walking while you watch this video. Some people can do that. I tend to be sitting when I'm doing, at least sitting on a ball. You could sit on a ball while you're at your desk, at your computer, or on your phone. There's many ways. I teach you so many ideas on my videos on how to get mobile. It could be something like this. You get a ball, and then you're like, okay, I can watch something. I can talk to somebody by being here. You don't want to be too distracting, because then it wouldn't be very courteous nor kind of you. You know, want to give attention to the people. But in this case, it's my video, so I'm just going to be giving you examples of how to move here and there, and so many options that we have. Day, night, dawn, afternoon, whenever it is, you have the power of now, of not saying, oh, I'm so out of shape, I'm so lazy. And that's all about mindset, and I teach a lot of that because that is my expertise right now, combining fitness with personal development. We have to grow. We have to, yes, grow in muscle density, bone density, everything to get stronger, fitter in every single way, as I'll teach you in the end what you have to include every week. But definitely it all starts here in telling yourself the right things. Your self-talk is fundamental. And the quality of your thoughts basically determines your happiness, and vice versa. As Marcus Aurelius says, yes, the happiness of your life depends basically on the quality of your thoughts. So what are you thinking? And that's really going to be everything. So definitely think now is the time to get fit. Okay? Forget about the past, if you were or not. Forget about the future. You still got to do it today. It's like motivation. It doesn't last unless you do it every day. Well, precisely. I want to motivate you to do something today, to do something now. something that you can feel good about. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm doing some hip circles on my ball. That's great. Feels good. Fantastic. And I could go on and on about this topic because it is about letting go of the past. Okay? Sometimes people are just living in their past. Most people are. And that's really only conducive to depression and sadness and regrets. When you're living in the future, you're anxious and you're like, you know, trying to control something that's not there. But what is here is the present, and it is a present for you to be in the present. In the present moment, you can get fit. Period. Number 2, do what you can at all times. And that means, seriously, letting go of what somebody else is doing, because we all get impressed by those Instagram posts of wonderful, incredible gymnasts and yogis and, you know, people who are highly trained or highly talented or both, and you're like, oh my God, I could never do that, therefore I'll just do nothing. And like, no, 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 no. Quite the opposite is true. Let that be an inspiration in any case, and understand that that's where they're at in their journey. Maybe they were born that way. I doubt it. Most people need lots of training to get to the levels that they are. I'm talking about fitness, about incredible flexibility, strength moves, and you're like, oh, you know, for instance, I may feel like that when it comes to my pull-ups. They're really not that great yet. Why? Because I haven't practiced them. Okay, I did practice them yesterday, and I did that a few days ago, so I'm good this week with the pull-ups. I was on track, like I say. That doesn't mean I'm going to get discouraged if I see somebody else doing them much better. No, do what you can at your level right now. And your level is the most important level because you're only playing the game of your own life, not somebody else's life. You don't want to be living someone else's life, do you? Steve Jobs says that quite well. And he says it with a certain quote that you can Google, I'm sure. But something like, don't waste your time living somebody else's life because it's your dreams. And then there's so many quotes on the internet that talk about that too. It's like, instead of helping somebody else build their dream, why don't you build your own dream? And that means many times being an entrepreneur and taking charge of who you are. And when it comes to fitness, it's the same thing. It's like, okay, this is my body, this is where I'm at. Maybe I can get fitter here, fitter there, you know. Many people come to me thinking that they're just gonna, you know, get rid of a little fat here. And no, I mean, we have to work in a holistic way, but the point is start where you are. And if you're not fit when it comes to flexibility, okay, let's introduce more of that. If you're not fit because you don't have endurance, let's get some more endurance in your life. You know what I mean? So everything is a matter of knowing where you are to get to your next level. But do what you can with what you have right now, as was the first tip. Oh my goodness, time is up. So I'm going to have to give myself more time. Excuse me. I had a timer here. I thought I would go on and on about this, and I guess I did. But let's make it 11 minutes, so 3 more minutes, I guess. Ooh, that's incredible. It just goes by so fast. So I'm going to tell you, number 3, push yourself. Push yourself to your limits and beyond your limits, okay? So it's like if you find yourself that you are fat and ugly and you're telling yourself that, know where you are. It's like, I'm not being very good to myself. You're not being very kind. You are probably at your worst shape ever. But, you know, don't be so dramatic. It's like, okay, so I'm out of shape. Gotta recognize that. Okay, it's like, okay, I didn't get my manicure, but at least I got, let's say I got some nail polish off. You know, I'm talking about my manicure because it's not something that I'm really good at all. And I said, I'm going to have to learn and do that better. The same thing goes for fitness. It's like, I think I'm pretty good at maintaining my own fitness and helping people get their fitness. But that doesn't mean I'm good at everything. So it's just a matter of having like patience with yourself and also pushing yourself. I'm going to mention Mel Robbins in her book. I think it's something like 1, 2, 3. I don't have it. But the fact is that she talks about pushing yourself because you can't expect a parent to say, okay, wake up, train, do this, jump, okay? It's like you have to push yourself. It's like, I don't really feel like it. And I'm making a podcast about that. So definitely go to my podcast and subscribe because I tell you how I pushed myself. I didn't feel like training and I did. With you, of course, as my motivation, and you can always do that for your life. And number 4, get good support. Good support may come from a coach, as myself, or the one that you want to hire. Coach, instructor, personal trainer, somebody to watch your form, okay? Because you may be doing something wrong, and you may not have the right the right angle when you do certain moves. And, you know, for instance, if I were to do some yoga here, you know, the coach is going to say, okay, bring your knee a little bit further and have your toe actually gripping that. And when it comes to kettlebells, you know, it's more delicate, and, you know, the functional moves have to be done right to actually engage all your body. And that's something interesting for another day. But definitely get good support from whomever you can, maybe a friend, a family member, somebody who's like your coach, or maybe at least your accountability partner, your buddy. Hey, let's go to the park, let's go to the gym. And when it comes to that, here's my bonus, as I promised, is to plan a great week of training. Do some kettlebell and or functional training that combines weight, it combines resistance with cardiovascular, especially with the swings, and I could go on and explain to you every single move. I'm not an expert in all of them, but I love to do research, and I know, like, when you do something like that, you also work your range of motion, so you're getting better in your flexibility as well. So theoretically, we only need strength training, cardiovascular training, and flexibility training. But there's also muscle endurance, there's agility, there's coordination, there's stability, there's just capacity to move, foundational move like, you know, stability to do anything, and there's hand-eye coordination in tennis and other sports. So time's up, you guys, and let me just get to the point of recap. Is number 1, start now. 2, do what you can. 3, push yourself. And 4, get good support. And number 5, as my bonus, is remember to include everything to get great body composition. Less fat, more muscle comes from this combination of cardio, resistive, and flexibility training. But also you got to include mindfulness activities like meditation and relaxation. And I feel like doing that right now and just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, eat and drink mostly plant-based towards vegan. Move around more, get physical, yes. And absolutely stay positive, positive, positive. Put your focus on what's working, on what you actually want, and not on what you don't, okay? And you taking care of yourself and you being at your best makes all the difference in the world. Mwah.